Hey everyone. I thought I'd give you a little recording on how to give a presentation for this course. I've kind of ignored it because I wanted you to be prepared for the report, and now I'd like to stop doing any report writing whatsoever. Because your final exam is the same thing as your midterm exam, maybe a little bit more difficult. And you can't because you can't work together. So yeah, I'd like to give you like an overview of what your presentation should look like. I'm not going to actually give the presentation. We're going to practice the presentation language in class. And if you're too cool for that, if you're too disinterested for that, if you don't care, then it's kind of your problem. I'm going to give you the tools and the topics in class. What you do with those tools and topics is up to you. So let's share my screen. Here's the presentation. I generated it with an AI called Gamma, with an AI tool called Gamma. I've mentioned it before in class. It saves you a lot of trouble in terms of making the presentation. I wrote the script. Um, you can use AI to help you. You can use ChatGPT or other AI to help you create the language. I wouldn't generate it entirely if I were you. If you just generate and read off the generation, you're going to fail automatically. I'm not an idiot. I can tell if someone is just reading directly off some memorized generated content. This isn't rocket science here. It isn't so hard. You know me, I'm a pretty relaxed, not very demanding guy. I have specific criteria that I find important, and if you adhere to that criteria, you're going to be okay. So, let's just go over the basics of the presentation first. It'll be in writing on your Moodle, but here's what I expect. You need to be in groups of three minimum. If that creates a lot of problems, you can talk to me privately. But three minimum, four maximum, and each person should speak for approximately 5 minutes. So if you're a group of three, 15-minute presentation. If you're a group of four, 20-minute presentation. If you're I'll give you a handicap of plus minus 30 seconds to a minute for each person. But more than that, I would say is an automatic failure, even if your language is fantastic. So you got to speak for at least 4 minutes. So we're going to do that, right? We're going to do that. Then I would like you to pay attention to the style in which you give your presentation. So I don't want, hello, my name is Hanna Pichler, my name is Lukas Meyer, and this is the topic of the hidden cost of powerful analytics. I have to listen to a lot of these. I have more Wirtschaftssprache classes than any other class. And I don't want to be bored to tears, bored to death. We're both in this together. We both have to do this. So let's make the best of it. Choose a topic that you're interested in, that you care about, that's related to your studies. And yeah, you know, make me interested in it too. I do care what you guys have to say. I do care what you're interested in. I understand if it's not if you're not super passionate about any particular business topic right now, that's okay. I'll give you a lot of flexibility. So you can talk about hobbies related to business. We'll talk about topics more. I am interested in this particular topic. So I've chosen this. And so, yeah, topic that you're interested in, and don't just deliver it like telling the entire time. So what I'd like you to do is open with some sort of anecdote, a short story, a um, hypothetical situation, or a rhetorical question for the audience. So a question that the audience doesn't have to answer. If you'd also like to open with an interactive question that the audience, including myself, has to answer, that's okay too. It's great. And add some time if you're worried about fulfilling those 4+ minutes. Think of it like a report. So you're going to have an introduction, you're going to have findings, you're going to have a conclusion, and you're going to have a recommendation section. Conclusion and recommendations, if you're three people, you can kind of put it into one. can maybe split the introduction and findings between two people. I don't care if how you do it, if it's one, two, three, if it's one, then three, then two, then back to one. If you switch off constantly, that's okay too. You can decide the style in your groups. And I expect you to give the audience a takeaway. So, what can I do with this information? Why is this information important to me? Um, that sort of thing. And yeah, your opinion. So it should be analysis and opinion. It shouldn't be all analysis. It shouldn't be just regurgitating facts that you took off the internet and now you're just translating them to English and just spitting facts at me. Why do I need to know this? What's important about it? What's the takeaway? Okay? If you follow those details, you're going to be fine. I would also suggest a lean set of slides. So my introductory slide only has the title on it. If you go next, this is not there's not that much text on each slide. Here there's quite a bit, but I would spend the most time explaining one of perhaps this slide, but each section only has a sentence in it, right? Even when I go into great detail, I don't have too much information that I'm struggling to listen and to read at the same time. Okay? So lean slides. You can even go leaner than this. When I was in Hamburg, this is already like 8 years ago, a student was he was a Wirtschaftsinformatiker and he was giving a presentation on something with cloud security or something along those lines. He had no text on his slides. He only had pictures. And he did a great job. His English was probably middle of the road, so pretty good, but not great. But he did great on the style of the presentation. He was interested in the presentation, so he did well. Okay, so I made this with Gamma. You can use this or Google Notebook LM. I'm going to give you the kind of prompts that you want to put into it because you have to give it the right tone. You have to give it the right suggestions. I know the student mind is mostly like, cool, now I have this AI tool, so it'll just do everything for me. If it's just like a complete generation without your editing, without your insight, I'm gonna see this right away. I'm well versed in this technology, not in terms of like behind the scenes, but I know how to use it and I know what I expect out of it. I'm just trying to make your lives easier. It made my life easier. I wrote the text for this presentation and then the presentation was generated in 30 seconds. And then I just edited some things on it and very, very sparingly because I gave it the right prompts. And now I got this. So your presentation should look something like this, right? So I chose data security and specifically the case study of Palantir. So Peter Thiel, this kind of transhuman, I guess, data tyrant of our time. And I wanted to talk about the hidden cost of powerful analytics. So, like, yeah, it makes our society easier, it makes the engines of society easier, but there is a hidden cost to it. Okay, so I have the capability and risk first. So, this would be analysis, findings, analysis, findings, analysis, findings, analysis, findings. And then I start moving towards analysis, recommendations, analysis, opinions. This is still findings here, but these are all I would say consequences. All if I was giving this presentation as I'm explaining the consequences, I would think that towards the end of my presentation, I'm going to give us tips as individuals and as collective societies how to avoid these risks going forward. So here we go, the 5 strategic recommendations right here. This is where I would give my strong opinions about this, opinions again, and that's also the conclusion. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the Moodle so you can look through it. Obviously, you can do Palantir if you would like. You can even glean some information from my presentation, but if you do Palantir, I'm going to expect that it's quite different from my own. Now, what can you do for your presentations? It's clear on the Moodle. I'm going to put it It's at the top in our assignments. I think there's a section totally for presentations I'm going to reveal at the top. So everything presentation is going to be in this section. And basically you can do anything that interests you on a business level. So I had students in a year ago do something about the subscription economy and why like everything kind of sucks now because everything is segmented over various platforms. I had another one do the influencer economy. And I think that would even be great now because we're seeing like we're seeing the influencer economy diminish. So influence people are starting to get wise concerning scams and influencer, pushing worthless products or just trying to make money. So that would be interesting. Really anything. I don't care if you have a hobby that's like, I don't know, paragliding or something, and you want to talk about how paragliding is going to be the next big economic thing in Austria, or I'm just riffing here. I have no idea. As long as there's a takeaway and there's a business aspect to it. So yeah, we'll go over this. You'll probably hear me go over this before you watch this video, and then I will suggest this video as kind of supplemental material to help you out. Okay, so presentation, 15 to 20 minutes, 3 to 4 people, business topic of your group's choice. Yeah. And if you have any further, let me know. We're going to work on the language you need and the style in practice in class. All right. So everybody, thank you for your time and take it easy.